What's going on, everyone? Here, and in this short video I want to share with you how to find listicle keywords in Pinterest so you can get more traffic back to your website. Now, I've explained why listicle content is very powerful to create content on for your website, and Pinterest happens to be one of the best, if not the best, search engine to do that with. The key, though, or perhaps the obstacle, is to actually find keywords that people look up in Pinterest that are listicle. So how do you do that? Well, let's use me as an example. I have a travel blog, a travel website. You can apply this to just about any other subject or niche in Pinterest. But what you want to do as a starting point is look up keywords in the Pinterest search engine to see if they're actually getting searched. And if they pop up in your search suggestions, it's almost guaranteed that people look them up, sometimes in large amounts. So let's use mine as an example. I have a travel website, travel blogging. I talk about, things to do in popular cities, road trip stops along Route 66, or, just popular destinations to visit. All of these have listicle potential within them. So what I do is I can head over into the Pinterest home feed, and the way that I do that is if you're logged into Pinterest, you go to the top left where I'm at right now. It may say home feed, it may not, but it doesn't matter. What you're going to want to do is click on home feed where it says shortcuts, and this will take you into the main Pinterest page. The next thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on the search button over here, and you're going to want to start to type in keywords that have listicle intent and that are related to your subject. So in my particular case, I'm going to start by doing things like things to do in. Now notice what's happening. Pinterest is giving me search suggestions, and if you're getting search suggestions like these, I can almost guarantee you that these keywords are all getting searched up by people in Pinterest. Things to do in New York, things to do in NYC, Florida, London, Hawaii, Vegas. So this is a great starting point for me personally, because now what I can do is I can very easily, I don't even have to do keyword research. The fact that this is popping up here, when I say I don't have to do keyword research, I mean I don't even have to look at the volume of this. I know it's pretty high, but you can if you want to, but this kind of removes that extra step if you don't want to do it. So what I can do is for this first one, things to do in New York, I can create an article on my website that targets the keyword things to do in New York. I can then create a board after it's done that literally says things to do in New York. I can then create pins that target the keyword things to do in New York in the title and the description and link it back to my blog post. So that's one article. Then another one, I would not do NYC because New York and NYC are the same, but my pins for New York will probably pop up for NYC. I can do one for Florida, for London, for Hawaii, for Vegas. That's 5 different articles and 5 different keywords that all have listicle intent. I can go further with this because, for example, broad searches like things to do in Florida. Florida is a big state. There's a lot of popular cities. So I can do something like, let's say, Orlando, things to do in Orlando, Florida. If this pops up in the search suggestions, which it does, I can create another article on things to do in Orlando, Florida. I can create content that targets these different keywords because there's different intent. It's still listicle, but there's different intent. So there's just so many opportunities that are out there. And if you're in a different niche space or a different subject space, home decor, gardening, whatever else, there's so many different subjects out there in Pinterest, you can still find listicle content using this tool right here. Now, sometimes you may have to go a little bit further with that, like you can go with gardening, for example, and then see, for example, gardening for beginners, hacks, flowers, tools. So I can look at these, let's see, gardening ideas. Let's go with gardening ideas and see what pops up. Okay, so see how I typed in gardening ideas after the initial search? So I can create a listicle article that says 10 gardening ideas for the backyard, 10 gardening ideas for front of house. That's still listicle. It's just a different subject, but the same listicle concept applies here too. So this is just a very simple and fast way that you can create listicle content for keywords that are actually looked up in Pinterest that you can potentially then create pins for, pop up for those keywords that are being searched, and get traffic back to your website. That's one of the ways to do it. I hope that this was simple. If you have any questions about this, let me know. But as usual, I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.